This is the Leitmotif and Movement Podcast, a father and son's journey into the vast worlds of music. I'm your host, Mike Ficklin, and joining me on this epic musical journey is my son,
Michael Ficklin.
This show is dedicated to the discussion of music and introducing Michael to music from the past and present. We discuss music mainly from the genres of rock, hard rock, and heavy metal. We also, from time to time, dive into film and video game scores, and we sprinkle in some surprises along the way. Michael, what have you been listening to?
I haven't really listened to much. I listened to The Assignment, of course. I don't think I've really listened to anything new.
Any particular reason why?
No, it's just I haven't been listening to as much music as I do.
Understandable. You've been quite busy this week. For me, I checked out the new record from Amorphous titled Borderlands. The mighty Amorphous returns with their 15th studio album.
Holy.
Yeah, I know, right? I have to say that I very much enjoyed my time spent with this record. It's worth the listen for the first 5 tracks alone. Vocalist Tommy Jotson absolutely brings the fire with melodic cleans and devastating growls. Musically, the band flows beautifully between crushing heavy riffs, melodic passages, and even a bit of folk. If you're a longtime fan of Amorphous, this is everything you could ever want from the Finnish prog metalers. Standout tracks for me include Dancing Shadow, The Strange, and Light and Shadow. This gets a Pick of the Week nomination from me. I also checked out the new EP from Elder titled Liminality Dream State Return. What a fun listen. For the entirety of the 20-minute runtime, it is an absolute tour de force. The American prog stoner rock band is on their A-game for this EP. The musical mastery on display feels epic and is full of gorgeously composed melodies. I feel like this release leans further into prog territory and less into the stoner side of things, but it's such a joy to listen to. The band states in their description of the EP on their Bandcamp page that this release has, quote, one foot in the past and one in the future. If this is a sign of things to come, then I am excited for the continued evolution of Elder. Their musicianship is on a whole new level on this EP. I can't wait to hear what comes next. I also checked out the new record from AFI titled Silver Bleeds the Black Sun, and Michael, I know you're interested in hearing about this. In an interesting turn of events, AFI decides with their 12th album to go full-on goth. The album feels like a glorious throwback to 80s goth rock, invoking feelings of listening to albums from The Cure or The Cult. They even slide in a bit of 80s new wave with a song like Holy Visions, which sounds to me like the Flock of Seagulls classic Iran. I have to say that this might be my favorite record that AFI has done in quite some time, perhaps all the way back to 2006's December Underground. I really love songs like Behind the Clock, Spear of Truth, Marguerite, and the closer, No One Underground. This was a fun listen and a welcome new direction for the band to go in. I also checked out the new record from Thrice titled Horizons West. For their 12th album, Thrice brings us the second part of their Horizons saga. I very much enjoyed Thrice's journey into becoming more artsy and experimental. While I don't feel like Thrice takes any big leaps forward on this record, they do settle in quite well on their current sound. I love the slow burn build on album opener Blackout. Likewise, I love the hard rocker Nash. The band shows a lot of versatility. There's a bit of pop sensibilities with a song like Undertow. We get more of an upbeat, old-school Thrice-sounding rocker in Holding On. Vesper Light takes the cake as my favorite song on the record, though. Dustin Kinsrew sings the verses with a melodic tenderness. There's a bit of a Tool-like polyrhythm going on. Then he belts out the lyrics over a post-hardcore sounding section for the chorus. If you've enjoyed Thrice's journey into experimental artsy territory as much as I have, you're gonna love this. And the last thing I listened to, Michael, that I think will catch your attention is the New Entities edition of Coheed and Cambria's The Father of Make-Believe. This is a deluxe re-release of their latest record featuring 4 additional tracks. These 4 tracks are Key Entity Extractions 6 through 9 and are a continuation of the Afterman records, thus making Vaxxus 3 tied to the Afterman saga. Of these 4 new tracks, my personal favorites are Key Entity Extraction 6, Melvin the Mistake, and Key Entity Extraction 9, Shiloh the Selfish. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised and somewhat disappointed by Coheed doing this deluxe version only a few months after the release of the original version of the album, especially after purchasing the big box set of the record already. Asking fans to fork over more money to purchase the same album in the same year with the additional tracks just doesn't seem right, does it? I'm not against bands doing deluxe versions of their records at all, but this comes literally just 7 months after the original release. I don't know. How do you feel about that, Michael?
It's not my opinion, Judge.
Sure it is. It's your money being spent. You're the consumer.
Okay.
Michael's opinion is it's only money. Okay. Michael, did you happen to think of anything else before we move on?
Other than Make Yourself by Incubus.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning to me that you've been listening to that. Any particular favorite standout tracks?
Pardon Me. And why can't I think?
Drive? Stellar?
Drive, Clean, Privileged, Consequence.
Yeah, all good songs. I'm a really big fan of Make Yourself. Anything else?
Nope.
So before we move on to the art of discovery, I did want to bring up one other quick thing. I got around to watching the entire new documentary series from Hulu and Vice titled Into the Void. It's a documentary series focusing on stories from heavy metal, and I really enjoyed my journey for the most part. Really enjoyed the first episode that gets into the death of Randy Rhoads, and it doesn't just focus on the negative stuff. They spend a lot of time talking about Randy Rhoads' greatness, how he came to join the band with Ozzy, his successes with Ozzy, his desires to want to go to school and become more of a classical guitarist. It's a really interesting deep dive and insight into Randy Rhoads. Really enjoyed that episode. My favorite stuff from the documentary series, though, is from the bands that I wasn't familiar with. I really enjoyed hearing the stories of Wendy O. Williams and the Plasmatics. I was not familiar with them at all, and really was blown away by the information presented in there, and it actually made me want to check out the Plasmatics, so that is gone on my list of stuff that I want to check out. I want to check out Wendy O. Williams' solo stuff. I found her story fascinating, even though it ends in a sad way. I did find her story extremely fascinating. Another one of the episodes that I really enjoyed was the 6th episode titled Iranian Metal Crusade, and it was about an Iranian metal band called Confess. I'd never heard of them before, but they were charged with blasphemy and were facing execution in Iran. They had to flee to get away from that. Wow. I thought it was a fascinating story.
Wow.
Right? I also enjoyed the episode. Now, of course, I'm familiar with this band, but I really enjoyed the episode they did on Chuck Schuldiner of Death. He has a really awesome story too. I love the band Death, and they innovated American death metal. I appreciate Chuck's constant push to want to grow and become more complex. It's interesting, this documentary kind of breaks down his personal life, how much of a family man he was, how family oriented he was. Just seemed like a super awesome dude. Such a tragedy that he died at such a young age. Cancer is a... The other episode I really enjoyed was the season finale, which was on Pantera's Dimebag Darrell, which, fittingly enough, comes up for this episode. This goes into, obviously, the rise of Pantera and goes into the relationship between, Dimebag and his brother, Vinnie Paul, who's the drummer in Pantera. And it gets into the controversies and the division that grows between the Abbott brothers and singer Phil Anselmo and bassist Rex Brown. And it gets into the tragedy that led to Dime's death. It was a really fascinating watch, and it made me even more sad that neither Dime or Vinnie Paul are with us anymore. If you have the time to dedicate to watching the show, I highly recommend it. Check out all 8 episodes. I guarantee you're going to catch stuff that you didn't know before, or you're going to just enjoy it because you're a metal fan. I'm always pro supporting the scene no matter what. So, if watching this means that we get another season of this, that would be amazing. With that said, we're going to move into the Art of Discovery. This is the segment where we check out independent bands that aren't signed to a label, or maybe bands that we just think aren't getting enough love. We've got a phenomenal selection of songs for you this time around. We're going to kick things off with a one-man progressive metal project out of Berlin, Germany. We featured this band on here a few times before. This is Mindfield with their song Every Breath a Thorn. And once again, that was Mindfield with their song Every Breath a Thorn. That comes from their brand new record titled An Atonement for Existence. You can purchase their music from their Bandcamp page, mindfieldband.bandcamp.com. Michael, that song rules, dude. What did you think?
It was nice and heavy. Holy
yes,
moly.
It was. Some insane guitar work on there, too.
I thought it was going to be a more chill song at the beginning.
Right? Because it's kind of more laid back, and then it brings the heavy.
Yes. Good
job.
job.
Awesome song. The new record is absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend checking it out.
Okay.
Okay, for our next song, we've got a solo metal project from the Bay Area, California. This is Aramis with their song I Hear the Unspeakable.
To be found, buried in the ground. What is peace without life?
And once again, that was Aramis with their song I Hear the Unspeakable. This is from their new record titled Terralith. You can purchase their music from their Bandcamp page, aramismetal.bandcamp.com. Michael, another straight up thrashy banger, man. What'd you think about that one?
That was just awesome.
Great tune, man.
Recommendation.
The whole record is really good. You know me, I'm a record listener, not necessarily just a single listener. Really recommend checking out the entire record. It's so good. Okay, our final song on the segment comes from a metalcore band from Dortmund, Germany. This is On Stranger Tides with their song The Beauty of Caducity.
Of life. Rather
And once again, that was On Stranger Tides with their song The Beauty of Caducity. You can purchase their music from their Bandcamp page on strangertides.bandcamp.com. Michael, we had 3 straight up outstanding songs today. What'd you think about this one?
Fun fact. This just ended up on my everything playlist.
Oh, yeah? You know, their singer reminds me a lot of the singer from another band I used to listen to. The band no longer exists anymore, but they really remind me, or when they're clean singing anyway, very much reminds me of the singer from The Beautiful Mistake.
Never
Good
heard
stuff.
of it. The band.
You probably haven't, but I think you would like it. I'll have to send you a link to some of their stuff. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Okay.
All right, with that said, we would like to thank all 3 of the bands that we featured music from on this segment. If you would like to have your music featured on this segment, feel free to reach out to us at lightmovepod@gmail.com or send us a message on any of our social media accounts. We'd be happy to check your music out, and if we dig it, we would love to play a song on our show. All right, now we're going to get into our main topic of the episode. We're going to break down Pantera's 1992 release, Vulgar Display of Power. Vulgar Display of Power is the 6th studio album by American heavy metal band Pantera. It was released on February 25th, 1992 through Atco Records. It was the band's second collaboration with producer Terry Date, after they had worked with him on their previous album, Cowboys from Hell. Vulgar Display of Power was well received by critics and fans, and is Pantera's highest selling album to date. It was eventually certified double platinum. It's often considered among the most influential heavy metal albums of the 1990s. In 2017, Rolling Stone ranked Vulgar Display of Power 10th on their list of the 100 greatest metal albums of all time. Several of the tracks from this record have become among the band's best known, songs like Mouth for War, A New Level, Walk, Hostile, and This Love. Additional background on this I thought was kind of fascinating. So Pantera's 1990 major label debut, Cowboys from Hell, demonstrated a change in the band's musical direction from their previous 1980s material that was influenced by like hard rock and glam metal bands like Van Halen and Kiss. They changed that to be more like bands like Slayer, Metallica, and Black Sabbath. Vulgar Display of Power achieved a 4-star rating from Kerrang! And received a 4-star rating from the Rolling Stone Album Guide. It has been listed as one of the 1001 albums you must hear before you die. In October of 2011, the album was ranked number 4 on Guitar World magazine's list of the top 10 guitar albums of 1992. The album was ranked number 1 on Loudwire's top 11 metal albums of the 1990s and their top 10 albums of 1992. The song Walk was ranked number 7 in their 10 catchiest metal songs. Rolling Stone ranked Vulgar Display of Power as 10th on their list of the 100 greatest metal albums of all time. In 2022, Guitar World ranked Vulgar Display of Power number 1 on their list of the 30 greatest rock guitar albums of 1992. The personnel featured on this record: Phil Anselmo on vocals, Dimebag Darrell Abbott on guitars, Rex Brown on bass, and Vinnie Paul Abbott on the drums. And Michael, with that said, let's go ahead and get into our track-by-track analysis. The album kicks things off with track number 1. This is Mouth for War. Michael, what do you got on this one?
I really like the opening guitar riff. It's really aggressive.
Yeah, dude.
The vocals just add on to that. It's just an amazing song. Great album opener, and it is displaying the power.
For sure. Are you looking at Spotify, seeing where the track ranks?
It's third on this album.
Third.
At 87 million.
That's respectable. I like it. What did you think of Vinnie Paul's drum work?
It was pretty good.
Right? And Dimebag's guitar work, man, he's so good. So good. Yeah, for me on Mouth for War, I mean, here we go, right? The opener puts us right into a straight-up banger. That main guitar riff from Dimebag Darrell just goes so hard. Singer Philip Anselmo builds out the lyrics with a sense of vitriol and anger, almost like growling out each syllable from between clenched teeth. His delivery during the chorus has more melody to it, but it's still got that anger to it. We get treated to a nasty guitar solo from Dime. Vinnie Paul's drums are absolutely thunderous on this. They just pound your eardrums. This song is an all-out metal assault, a killer opening track. Anselmo had stated that this song is about channeling your hate into something productive. It was also, according to Anselmo, written about the then boxing middleweight champion James Toney. Michael, you got anything else on Mouth for War?
I do not.
Okay. So we will get into track number 2. This is A New Level. Michael, what do you got on this one?
It really is a new level.
Yes, sir.
Just carrying on from Mouth for War, nice, heavy guitar riff, good drum work, just fits in well, and the vocals are as heavy as ever.
Yeah, dude. Just, there's a great attitude to this song, man. This is one of my favorites, man. I love that sludgy, groovy guitar riff from Dime to open up the song. Then we get into something more up-tempo. Vinnie Paul's drum work on this song is so good. All the stops and starts on this song, he's so damn good at being right on time. Anselmo's vocal delivery is so aggressive on this song. There's some very cool guitar harmonics going on, starting around the 2-minute 30-second mark. Then around the 2-minute 45-second mark, we get into a killer shredding Dime guitar solo. Anselmo has stated that this song was the ultimate chip on your shoulder type song at the time for him. This song is one of my absolute favorite Pantera songs ever. Just, man, I love this song. It goes so hard. Michael, do you have anything else on A New Level?
I will add what it places on Spotify. It places 6 at 56,999,293.
And that's 6th on the album or 6th
album.
for Pantera on the whole?
Well, I don't think it would make... Yeah, it wouldn't make it at all.
Wouldn't make it at all on the list of all Pantera songs?
Nope.
Interesting. Yeah, I disagree with it being 6th. That, I mean, just uttering the name of the song makes me want to sing it. So, I don't know, man. I gotta disagree with the listenership on this. All right, we're gonna get into track number 3 now. This is Walk. Michael, what do you got on this one?
I will start out and say this is Pantera's most popular song.
Yep, I figured.
Take a guess what the plays are at.
Are we at 100 million?
We are above 100 million.
Okay. 120?
It's not in the hundreds. It's
Oh, I
above
thought you said
the
it was above
hundreds.
100 million.
Yeah, it is. It's 500.
What is it?
500 million.
Oh my goodness.
472,473.
That's crazy. I mean, I knew this song was popular, but that's crazy. What do you got on this?
I really like the beginning opening riff. I like the back and forth type thing it's doing with the riff.
Yeah.
Also love the drum work, and the vocals are amazing as ever, and it makes sense why this song is probably one of their most popular.
Out of curiosity, is this your favorite song on the record?
It is not.
Okay. Yeah, for me, this is by far one of the band's most well-known tracks, and we just proved that with the Spotify listenership. It was actually my introduction to the band. There's a damn good groove to the song, carried by that infectious guitar riff and drum work from the Abbott brothers. Every time I hear this song, I crank this fucker up and bang my head. Anselmo's delivery is again angry and aggressive. There's so much attitude to the lyrics and his delivery of them. Are you talking to me? No way, punk! The dime guitar solo starting at the 3-minute mark is so damn tasty and satisfying. No matter how many times I've heard Walk, I still love it. Anselmo has stated that the message of the song is basically take your attitude and walk away from me with it. 100%, man. Michael, do you have anything else on Walk?
I do not.
Man, what a great song. Just, yeah, absolute banger. And by the way, I am going to have to find a fun bleep sound effect to put in a couple of spots on this.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure it's about to come up.
I know. So we're going to get into track number 4. This is Hostile. Michael, what do you got on this one?
I like the countdown at the beginning of the song. Interesting way to introduce the song. And I feel like it would, in a concert, it'd be fun to, do that countdown.
Yeah. Get the audience involved a little bit.
Also, like the drum work, awesome guitar work, and awesome vocals.
Yeah, this song is far more punk and thrashy than the previous songs on the record. Every syllable uttered by Anselmo is dripping with venom. Vinnie Paul absolutely attacks the drums with a blistering speed. Dime's guitar solo on this features some blazing speed on the fretboard. This is the shortest song on the record, but is also the most angry. I imagine this one gets the pits going berserk. According to the band, this is a protest song criticizing those that abuse their authority. Outstanding song. Michael, do you have anything else on this?
I will add that this is 4th on the record at 64 million.
Interesting. So they're putting this above New Level. Interesting. Okay. All right, so we'll move on to track number 5. This is This Love. Michael, what do you have on this?
I'm going to start out and say this is one of my favorite songs on the record.
Understandably so.
And I'm going to give out the fun fact. This is the second most popular at 107 million.
I totally believe it.
Now, the gap between first and second is insane.
Well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
When Walk's got 500, half a billion listens, I can't imagine that this has nearly that much.
Like I said, 107 million.
Yeah.
That's almost like 400 million gap. No, that is a 400 million gap.
Yeah, hard to get close to that half a billion mark. What do you got on this?
I really like the vocals, and I like the drum work and guitar work. And I like the pop-up, very upbeat sections. like we had on Mouth for War or A New Level.
Yeah. This is another song that the band is well known for, obviously. It opens with a sort of sorrowful guitar riff. Anselmo's vocals during the verses are melodic cleans and are just drenched in sorrow and melancholy. As we head into the chorus, Dime makes his guitar weep. Then we get into a much more aggressive and heavy-sounding section for the chorus. Anselmo again spewing the vocals with a hate and venom that only the wronged in a bad relationship can understand. Around the 2:49 mark, we get into some of my favorite guitar work from Dime on the album. Then it slows way down for more of a sludgy section before giving way to the opening guitar riff and the sounds of Dime soloing over the top of it. It's a really gorgeous song, and it's a really gorgeous piece of guitar work. I love the slow, sludgy outro to the song flowing back into the opening riff. This is another favorite of mine. According to Vinnie Paul, Anselmo wrote this one about a relationship he had previously been in, and he was really mad about it. Boy, that really comes through, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Gee, you take this love fist, love scar, love hate. Man. Michael, do you have anything else on this love?
I do not.
Okay. We'll move on to track number 6. This is Rise. Michael, what do you have on this one?
I just want to start out and say, from here and now, we stay in the 10 millions. We don't go above the 10 millions until the last track.
Okay.
This is the highest out of all of them at 17 million.
Okay. Where does that rank?
7th.
7th. Okay. And what do you have on this?
It's really heavy, like the first song. It's got a nice guitar riff, good drum work. I don't really understand why this isn't higher, but, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes the tracks that don't make it to radio just don't catch on with people. Not everybody is a full album listener like we are. And for me, I mean, here we go again with another thrashy song. It opens up with some blistering drum and guitar work from the Abbott brothers before slowing down into more of a groovy feel. Anselmo delivers the vocals with a sense of awareness and anger. He begs listeners to rise up with him against the societal wrongs he was witnessing at the time. I love the extremely thrashy musical sections that lead into the chorus. Around the 2-minute 46-second mark, we get into another killer guitar solo from Dime. Bassist Rex Brown and drummer Vinnie Paul holding down the rhythm section during that piece. I defy you not to sing along to this song. Despite its anger and vitriol, there's something so catchy about this song. I believe Rise to be about the band challenging the status quo of the time. It was the band confronting head-on societal changes. Michael, do you have anything else on Rise?
I do not.
Okay. We'll move on then to track number 7. This is No Good, Attack the Radical. Michael, what do you have on this?
So, this is at 13 million and is the lowest of all of them, which makes it 11th on the record.
Not sure I agree with that, but okay.
I don't agree either. I really like the guitar work, drum work, and the vocals are great, and I like the uniqueness of this song.
Yeah, it's definitely different, right?
Yes.
The opening guitar riff kind of reminds me of the opening to Van Halen's Amsterdam. Did you pick that up?
I did not. But also I
Go back and listen to the song
Amsterdam
and then listen to Amsterdam back to back. I guarantee you'll pick up on it.
I think I've only heard Amsterdam like 3 times.
Yeah, just a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should totally go back and listen to these songs back to back. We get into something that is all Pantera after that opening riff, though. That bass line from Rex Brown is so damn good. Along with that drum work from Vinnie Paul, it gives the song a tasty groove. The guitar riff during the verse sounds so menacing. Anselmo again delivers the lyrics with passion, anger, and vitriol. We get treated to a very tasty dime bag solo. Is that a cannon or gunshots I'm hearing as the song comes to a close? I believe Anselmo is addressing the racism that still runs through America. I very much appreciate the message behind this song. It still resonates today, perhaps even more so now. Michael, do you have anything else on this one?
I do not.
Okay. So we'll move on to track number 8. This is Live in a Hole. Michael, what do you have on this?
So I'm starting out and say this is 8th at 14,849,000.
Okay.
But I really like the opening riff, awesome drum work, and awesome vocals. The vocals throughout this whole entire album have been just fitting the theme awesomely.
Yeah, dude. Musically, this song feels like something out of the 80s. Dime even uses a talk box on this. The riff during the verses has a bluesier feel than the other songs on the record. Vinnie Paul's drums have a thundering sound on this one. I'm admittedly not a big fan of the chorus guitar riff. It's okay, but it's definitely not Dime's best work. The guitar solo is pretty good. Rex's bass work is solid, especially during the solo section. Anselmo's vocals have a bit of anxiety to them. This song seems to be dealing with the themes of isolation and alienation, the struggle that some have to find connection and understanding in a world that shows little sympathy. While I appreciate the message, it's just not my favorite track on the record. Michael, do you have anything else on this one?
No.
Okay. So we'll move on to track number 9. This is Regular People, Conceit. Michael, what do you have on this?
I love the opening. Oh my.
Yeah, dude.
It's just sad that this is at 14,497,000, which makes it 10th place.
Ugh. Sorry, I disagree, listenership.
But that opening, oh my. Especially at the very beginning, the drum work, just amazing. Amazing standout with all the instruments, just awesome. Vocals are awesome too. Just an awesome song, very underrated apparently.
100%. I'll start out by saying that I very much enjoy the main guitar riff on this, and the interplay going on between Dime and Vinnie on the drums. There's a lot of outstanding drum fills from Vinnie on this. Anselmo brings a mix of melodic and aggressive vocals. There's a ton of vitriol in the lyrics and the way Anselmo delivers them during the chorus. You definitely pick up on it. The Dime solo on this isn't my favorite on the record. It's okay, and that's how I feel about this song in general. I interpret this song to be about people that like to talk a big game but can't back it up. Basically posers. Pretending to be something they're not, but when the chips are down, they run and hide. I heard you chuckling about that over there, Michael.
I did.
Do you have anything else on Regular People?
I do not.
Okay. So we'll move right along to track number 10. This is By Demons Be Driven. Michael, what do you have on this?
I like the opening. Vocals are great again. Just awesome.
Where's this rank on the old Spotify?
It is 9th.
Okay. I'm not a big fan of the way the song opens / the chorus riff. It's okay, but it's not my favorite Dime stuff on this record. I like the guitar work during the verses much better. It's got a far better groove. Dime's guitar solo is very dissonant sounding, featuring some of his trademark squealing. Anselmo's delivery of Beckon the Call is very reminiscent of Rob Halford's delivery of Breaking the Law in Judas Priest's song of the same name. I believe this song to be about struggling within yourself and allowing these personal, internal conflicts to motivate you. I also think this is a commentary on spiritual struggles. Michael, do you have anything else on By Demons Be Driven?
I do not.
Okay, so we will roll into the final track on this record. This is track number 11. This is Hollow. Michael, what do you have on this?
It is a very different change up from the last song. I really like the vocals, and I really like the uniqueness of this song.
Yeah, it's quite different than anything else on the record for sure. Where does this rank in Spotify, just out of curiosity?
It is at 60 million, and I do not know 100% where it is. I could count it, but I don't feel like recounting it. I'm pretty sure it's like 4th or 5th.
Okay. So yeah, like you said, this is a much different song from anything else on the record. This song is a big power ballad. It's very reminiscent of Cemetery Gates from the band's previous record, Cowboys from Hell. Anselmo's vocals are more soulful and mournful. Lots of emotion dripping from his melodic delivery. I love Dime's guitar work. It kind of reminds me a bit of some of Metallica's pre-Black Album ballads. Around the 2-minute 39-second mark, Dime gets a bit of a bluesy solo before the song takes a darker, heavier tone. This is reminiscent of the way the Metallica song One is structured. Anselmo makes an emotional plea for his best friend to come back. I enjoy the final minute of the song. It's groovy and goes hard as hell. Anselmo has stated that the song is not about a specific person, but about a series of losses he had suffered. The song deals with a friend who has fallen into a comatose or vegetative state. Michael, do you have anything else on Hollow?
I do not.
Okay. So with that said then, we're going to get into our final thoughts and our overall album ratings. Michael, go ahead and kick us off. Let's get your final thoughts and your ranking out of 5.
Awesome. It's just amazing. There's just not enough words to describe it. The guitar work on this album, and there's a lot of underrated songs on this album, apparently.
Yes, there are.
But I will have to give this a 5 out of 5.
Michael gives it a 5 out of 5. You know, Dimebag's guitar work is amazing. He, hands down, was one of the best guitar players ever in heavy metal for my money. Hands down. And was very close with Eddie Van Halen.
Oh.
So I can't help but think that a little bit of Eddie rubbed off on Dime.
Yeah.
In fact, when Dime tragically passed away, Eddie came to his funeral and put one of his guitars in Dime's casket with him. And so he was buried with one of Eddie Van Halen's guitars.
That's cool.
It was cool. So yeah, my final thoughts. Vulgar Display of Power was my introduction to Pantera. I can't say that it hooked me right from the first time I heard it. However, with time and getting to hear it more often, it has become a favorite. If their previous record, Cowboys from Hell, is the band finding their sound, then Vulgar Display of Power is the band settling into it. The late great Dimebag Darrell Abbott on guitars and the late great Vinnie Paul Abbott on drums absolutely bring it on this record. The brothers had such great chemistry. It's interesting how that works for some bands better than others. See Van Halen for a good example of when the brothers work great together, and then see Oasis for when it doesn't work so well. Bassist Rex Brown is a key part of the band's sound, helping to lay down the groove-laden rhythm on this album. Phil Anselmo brings the rage, vitriol, venom, and aggression in his vocal performance. He does have some softer, more melodic moments, but most of it is just spitting fire. If you've never heard this record, I highly recommend songs like Mouth for War, A New Level, Walk, and This Love to start with. 33 years later, this record is still as relevant as it was then. It's a fantastic listen, and it gets a 4 out of 5 from me. And that'll take us to our question for the audience. What is your favorite track on Vulgar Display of Power, and why? And with that said, we'll move on to our next segment. This is Can't Wait, new music coming soon. Michael, what do you got?
I'm gonna take one straight off yours. Sammy Hagar and the Best of All Worlds Band.
Yep, their new record, The Residency, which is a live record that they recorded during their Las Vegas residency earlier this year. I'm looking forward to hearing that one also. That comes out on October 10th. Anything else?
Nothing else really stands out to me.
All right, well, for me, in addition to the Sammy Hagar record, also on October 10th, Arch Enemy puts out a deluxe edition of their latest record, Blood Dynasty. Also on October 10th, John 5 puts out a new record titled Ghost. And then recently announced, Earshot has a new record coming out titled Humaning, which also drops on October 10th. And on November 28th, Decidia drops their new record, Deeper Wells of Meaning. So moving on, we did not receive any listener feedback, so we'll get into our final segment. This is Michael's journey, discovering a song from the past. And this time, we're going to get Michael's thoughts on the Contours' Do You Love Me? Do You Love Me is a rhythm and blues song recorded by the Contours in 1962. It was written and produced by Motown Records owner Berry Gordy Jr., It appeared twice on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, reaching numbers 3 in 1962 and 11 in 1988. Berry Gordy wrote Do You Love Me and originally had it earmarked for the Temptations to record. However, when Gordy was looking for the group to record it, he could not find them. They'd gone to church to see some gospel groups. So instead, the Contours, who had turned up to the studio to record their song It Must Be Love, were asked by Gordy to try singing Do You Love Me? After several attempts, they sang it exactly how Gordy wanted, and it was then recorded the following day. Contour singer Joe Billingsley stated in an interview in 2009 that the Temptations could never have sung that song because it wasn't suited to them, but Berry had motivated us to sing it the way he wanted it. Berry Gordy said that getting the concept for this song was easy. I remembered the days when I could never get the girls I liked because I couldn't dance. As such, the song references the 1960s dance moves, the mashed potato, and the twist. Do You Love Me became a successful dance record built around lead singer Billy Gordon's screaming vocals, selling over 1 million copies. Do You Love Me peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks, starting on October 20th, 1962, and reached the top position on the Billboard R&B Singles Chart. In 1987, the Contours' recording of the song was included in the film Dirty Dancing, and was reissued as a single from the More Dirty Dancing soundtrack album. Do You Love Me became a hit for the second time, peaking at number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100 in August 1988. And with that said, Michael, let's get your thoughts on Do You Love Me?
I really like the beat and the vocal melody. It's just awesome. Nice upbeat. It's there's not enough words to describe it. It's just awesome.
Really good song. Had you ever heard it before, out of curiosity?
I have not.
Really? So, this song is an all-time classic. I remember hearing this song a lot as a kid. It was one of those songs that as soon as I heard the opening notes, I knew what it was and happily sang along. It's such a fun song. The lyrics and vocal melodies are so simple and easy to get into. The vocal harmonies between lead vocalist Billy Gordon and Billy Hoggs, Joe Billingsley, Sylvester Potts, and Hubert Johnson are so well done. Musically, it's got such an upbeat and infectious rhythm thanks to the Funk Brothers and Huey Davis. The drum and piano work are standouts on this song. It's a terrific song that just gets stuck in your head with its melodies and hooks. Michael, let's get your rating out of 5 on this.
I'm going to have to give it a 5 out of 5. It makes sense why it has gotten on the top 100 Billboard, whatever it is,
Right.
so many times. It's just amazing, good beat, good vocals. It's just good.
Really fun song. All right, Michael. Up next on your journey, we're going to get into Elvis Presley's All Shook Up.
I've heard that name.
You should have. And for our main topic on the next episode, we will be discussing Alice in Chains' 1992 release, Dirt. And with that said, we want to hear from you. We will read your emails and messages on the show. We have only one request. Keep them clean. There are several ways to contact us. You can email us at lightmovepod@gmail.com. You can also reach us on several social media platforms such as Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads. Details on how to connect with us are in the show notes. We are a part of the SPDM Crew Podcast Network. Check out all of the podcasts on the network by visiting spdmcrew.com.
If you like the show, subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform and share with your friends and family. We are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and a variety of other platforms. We're also on YouTube. Can't find us on your chosen platform? Shoot us a message and let us know. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This helps us be found in the algorithm. Make them good and read them on the air. Are you in a band and you'd like for us to check you out and possibly drop a recommendation on the show? Shoot us a message. We'd love to check you out and give you a shout. We'd like to thank you very much for listening to the Leitmotif and Movement podcast.
Take care and enjoy music.